decide to become the brown owls? I mean, brown might be a bit self-explanatory, but I mean,
that was we had this coffee and we were standing outside Portobello, and I was talking about the label Portobello Novella, and I said, well, how many names did we go through? And I said, well, we should use play on the brown. What's brown? And then and I said brown, and then I said brown owls. And you said, yeah, and then it was between saying 2 brown owls or just brown owls, the brown owls or 2 brown owls. It was like that, wasn't it, really? Yeah, like that. And then we just jumped in on the concept.
I mean, so this time around,
because we're older.
It was pretty easy, really, wasn't it? You just met, you clicked, both you already had information, you were ready, you got your name like that.
Yeah, because brown owls suggest that we're older and wiser.
Yes.
So we're trying to keep that as a theme. We are older and wiser. Don't try anything, mate. We've seen it all.
In the studio is the book itself, the booklet, the promo booklet, the promo tape in written form, with a collection of some of your writings. So, how many pages is it?
Under 50. So
it's like you put it in your back pocket and read it, and you get it done really quickly.
Yes, but this is the thing: the depth of it. You've got to read it again. You read each poem and each piece, and get the depth of it, and that's the zinger. When you think something is disposable, and then it's actually made you think. If we talk about any one of these, if you ask us. I dare you, ask us any question about any one of these pieces, you will get a long old story about how we came to write it in the first place. And then you get the depth of the story.
Wow. I mean, I'm thinking, so you were used to doing more novels yourself.
Yeah.
But yours are a mixture of poetry and prose. And Diana, you'd written like this massive, big
manuscript.
It's over 1,000 now. 100,000, but it was 80,000 at one point. Yeah. That in itself is just a task. So why did you guys settle on short stories for this collection? Why not just write, just publish something much longer?
No, because it was a kind of, not a project. Well, it was a project, but it was to see how it worked.
Yeah, we need to see how we work together.
Proper demo tape.
That's correct. We're still getting to know each other. Even on this journey now, we're still getting to know each other, and I'm learning things even in this interview right now. And this is the beauty that we're just evolving. And by doing this, we've agreed it's going to be a series. So this is just the first one.
I feel like I'm on the journey now.
We welcome you all.
There's going to be more to come.
Yes.
These queens going to be back in the studio. If you don't catch them here, you'll catch them on Portobello Radio, and I'm sure every other radio station in West London, and probably further beyond. And beyond, all across the country.
Yeah, that's what we hope, that they'll want to assist us on our journey and listen to something we've got to say, whereas we may not have been listened to as much as we wanted to as in the music biz before. We've still got a voice. It's just finding another route, and
well, the message is in the music, it's in the writing, it's in the narrative, it's in the words. Word is power, as they say. So can we hear some of your powerful words, my queen?
Sure. Do you want to go first, Diana?
Yeah, I think I'm going to
Which
do
one? Which one?
Is it The Value of Life?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Is it that one or is it the other one?
Yeah, Value of Life, or What the Goddess Is.
No, I'd like to do.
I like that.
I said it out loud on purpose.
It's time to set the record straight, because this is Feferity Radio.
Tom?
Yes, indeed. You're listening to the Eclectical Desk of the Speaker Truth Show, bringing you engaging conversation, eclectic music, and a Pan-African perspective. And I've got 2 amazing women in the studio who are going to read from their book, which is called 2 Brown Owls. It's a collection of poetry and prose, and I've got Miss Diana Brown.
Okay, this one is called Value of Life. I'm going to try to read it without making a mistake. It's a very lovely little short story, and I'm going to start. Okay, so it's who knows anything? Who is anyone? What a strange existence. Pretend you're happy. Pretend you have it all. Pretend you've figured it all out. Yeah, of course you have. Pretend it's okay. Oh look, the love of your life is flirting. Pretend it's all right. The love of your life is lying to you. Pretend it's okay. Your best friend has utterly insulted your intelligence. Pretend you can handle it. Your new boss seems okay. You found out he molested 3 of the office girls. Pretend that's okay. A few weeks into your new office job, your boss comes up behind you at the vending machine and puts his hand up your skirt. Pretend that's normal. He's only a man after all. You're famous now. You've had a baby with a producer. Pretend it's fine. He says he still loves you, but he's never at home. Pretend that's okay. He has been seeing another. Pretend that's okay. Scream and shout and let it all out, but still pretend you can handle it. Be strong, they say. Stay strong, they all say. Pretend you can.
Great.
You can't hear that, but there is clapping going out live for the jingle, so it's going to be a few minutes. There we go.
Yeah.
So yes, that was Miss Jaqi Brown reading. The name of the poem was?
It was called The Value of Life.
The Value of Life, and obviously we had to give you a round of applause there. And I recognise a lot of those situations.
Yeah, there you go. You see, you take from your wisdom and you write it down.
And that is very, very much, what can I say? It really captures the zeitgeist, shall we say, of femininity, or the womanhood, being a woman and being female and having to live in the situation. No, pretend it's okay. It's okay. And it's interesting because you said it was a short story, but it read like a poem almost.
Yeah, that's right. Because it is and it is.
It's style.
Do you know what I mean? It's a short story and it's a poem.
Yeah. It's style.
Words can be what they want to be.
Exactly.
Again, not being put into a particular box.
That's what art is for me. You know, being able to just do and say exactly what you want, as long as you're not upsetting anybody. Obviously, we've all got one kind of ideals and about life.
You're shaping the narrative. And so, Jaqi, my sister, are you going to read us something as well?
Yes, I'm trying to see what's short enough and what hasn't got any swearing in it.
Oh, the swearing doesn't matter.
Really? Oh, okay, then I will read that one then.
This is
My favourite.
Yeah, this is.
Maybe we'll just have to
Bleep it out?
Beep, beep.
Beep.
No.
Yeah.
Let it be
Okay.
authentic and raw.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. You asked for it. Okay, this one's called End Fucking Quote. Open quote. I'm alone in a dystopian world where my phone orders pizza. Amazon isn't only the lungs of the earth, but that which perma-altered our culture. Entertainment at my fingertips. From dating apps to gaming clips, go partying or watch it online from a sofa. FaceTime against the other side of oceans I may never go to. The strides made in medicine, the struggles in the distrust of them. Cars with GPS, A to Z out of print. Am I alone? Not according to drones or data sweeps. Ping a pound or two, instant banking. Space tourism on the horizon. Advancements supersede our will to slow down, then superspeeds our modern history has shown. Hello, precipice. How much more in the name of progress is left to go? Are we there yet? Yet, skin is still a thing. End fucking quote.
Wow.
Thank you.
So basically, there's lots of clapping going on again. For
Fantastic.
You. So
Thank you
it
so
goes on.
much.
It's a long clap to
Oh,
make sure they
wow.
really hear you clapping.
Oh, I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh.
It's fun having to operate all this stuff because you know.
Yeah, well done you, Techie. I was just talking about that. Entertainment at our fingertips.
I just about learned how to manage it.
Wow.
Yes, that of course was lots of clapping for our sister Jaqi Loye-Brown. And what was that piece of? Was it writing? Was it poetry? How did you find
That
it?
was performance poetry.
Performance, and it was called.
End fucking quote.
Indeed, keeping it raw and keeping it real. So, how many pieces of writing are there in your book? And how many have you done each? And is there like, I mean, you both read something, is there like a favorite one or a less favorite one? And how did you decide what to put? There's lots of questions I'm throwing at you now.
Yeah, so I mean, I have to say, I took over a little bit because Diana writes radical stuff out there. So she was taking me on the journey, and I tend to write about contemporary issues and social issues happening now today, and so I just sent you what was the brief, right? Just give me five, 6, 7 of your favourite shorts, or go and write some now, and then see what we end up with.
So you were the editor as well?
Kinda, yes. I was kind of the editor, to be honest.
So you two had built a very trusting relationship.
Yeah.
Because I write poetry, and your stuff is fantastic. But I know, I mean, I've never published anything, but I know that editing is so difficult.
Well,
and if somebody else is like, our poems are our kind of our little creatures, aren't they? So if somebody's playing around with your creature.
We did debate a lot, didn't we?
I think one of the ones, which is called Scrubs, was edited by actually
Matt Trollope.
Matt Trollope, which is the guy that published our work. Sorry, and that was fine because it was kind of like a scary little piece, and I am not a murderer, but he is someone who he's a sleuth. He's a sleuth. He kind of worked the end bit out.
You never kill a sound boy yet?
No, but but I think the other lot was maybe Jaqi had to put full stops and commas in some of them, but apart from that, I mean, And
I would just say, what do you mean by that? Oh, right, okay. And so maybe start the next line or something, so like move it around a bit and stuff like that. So, and then I'd still had to give it to Matt Trollope to edit, and then he formulated what order they all went in. I started with one, and then he was like, no, it needs to flow, the pages need to be here, blah blah blah. So we just left him to it.
So you can't go wrong with the colour.
No.
But one could argue or could question: is a piece of writing ever finished? I don't know. How do you guys feel about it?
I think you do it and you leave it, and that's that piece of work, that piece of artwork. Because if you've got it if you know how to, if you're a writer, you've got so much to write. You can't keep going back and changing it because then it defeats the object.
I think what you're saying is, because you're a songwriter, you have to start the song and finish the song. And it's short. It's a short story, a song. It's a short story and a journey. And so you have to finish it. You know that. And I think that sensibility helps with the writing. We know when something's done because it's done, and we know there's another track coming. We don't over get precious. I think that's
true, because when I wrote my tunes on my album, you write the tune, you might fiddle about with it, but once it's written, you can't keep going back and changing it because you will never have an album. And that's the same with writing a book or short stories.
I think it's a different process, because it was interesting because like when you're writing music, I mean, you were writing together with
but
Barry.
it's a poem at the end of the day, a song, isn't it? It's a poem, it's a short poem, and it's the same.
But the editorial process is different though, isn't it? Because if you're doing a book, you're handing it to an editor often, who's whereas with a song, you're usually writing it.
But then you send it to a producer. But the producer will look at the book.
So the producer is like the editor.
The mixer, the engineer, the A&R say they don't like something, they want this out.
Yeah, with a song, once you've written the song, and it works, the song actually the poem works, then that poem goes with music, But you can fiddle about with it, but that's it. It's the same with writing short stories. Not the same as writing a novel, because with a novel, you have to kind of edit it, keep editing things out, because otherwise it will be a novel for 1 million words. But with short stories, it's like you write it, you look at it, and it means something, and that's it, done. And then you go move on to the next one. Otherwise, we couldn't do it. Can't do this.
But you can do. It's definitely the musicality that creates the reason to end things, because most people can't end. They don't know where to end or when it's finished.
Yeah.
I think that's music that makes you do that.
It's like one of our creatures, our children, or our offspring, or something we produced.
Well,
How do you put an end to it?
Yeah, in music, you know that you've got to let the baby go. That's one track. You're excited for the next. You feel like you've got a well of things and material coming, so you sort of almost forget about that one. Oh yeah, that was nice. Yeah, now what's next?
But this is all part of the wisdom. What you're both, the things
Hello.
that you're both spitting right now is literally part of the wisdom. Of the experience of knowing that there does come. It's kind of like boundaries almost. Putting something in.
Yeah, and we're in, and this is beautiful because we are in control. We haven't got loads of blokes moaning and complaining and pushing and shoving and got a younger singer coming along to do something, introduce, or just loitering around in the studio. We're just writing our own thing.
I suppose the two of you don't have to translate what it was like to live in there. I mean, you know what it's like. I mean, again, we keep talking about this, but obviously we've lived through certain eras, so we remember the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. But for the youths then, should we say, like even my daughters are in the late 20s and 30s, they don't know anything about the 70s and the 80s and even the 90s because they were born then. And so the two of you have a frame of reference that you share. Do you think that actually helped with the work you're doing? Or?
Absolutely, without question, it's easy. Sometimes you've gone, do you know them, Monty Jackson? I go, yeah. Nearly always. So the cultural references are identical.
Cultural references.
Identical, So we were there when, let's have a look. How many? I'm trying to think of one now. Just one. Well, Top of the Pops. We both knew, we were around for that. Lots of people don't really know what that was about at the time. So
it's Thursday.
Yeah.
7:30.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something like that.
7. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I always remember it's Thursday night.
Yeah.
It's Top of the Pops.
Exactly.
It was all run to the screen because we didn't have many screens, young people.
Yeah,
there was no
right.
mobile phones and
Nothing.
tablets and
No recording it later. Nothing like that.
Lucky if our parents were down with watching Top of the Pops, because some people's parents wouldn't even let them watch
Yeah.
it.
I couldn't watch Star Trek.
So yes, next steps, my sisters. What's happening next? You've got your demo.
Yeah.
The demo. What's the purpose of the demo?
Well, it's just to bring attention to, ourselves as writers. This is what we do now. There's a lot of outcry that we haven't got enough diverse voices, enough diverse writers, enough diverse to we're out of our minds with hearing the words. But the reality is we're here, we're right in front of you, and we're sending our stuff out, and we expect a response, and we hope that you're not going to hire us because we're diverse, but because and that we're back in the boxes again, unavoidable, but that we've actually got something to offer. So we're giving them tasters with these releases. This is the first one, obviously, but there will be Prose 2, Prose 3, and hopefully by the time we get to Prose 4, we'll have an agent.
A huge collection.
Well,
the next step will be
we'll have an agent. So we'll have an agent. That's what we want. An agent and a literary agent, and hopefully a nice fat literary deal on our manuscripts.
And I mean, what are you going to do? Or how do you see it as a challenge? I mean, I know you're Miss Boldface and you don't take challenges too easy, but is it a challenge, a real challenge to find an agent?
I just feel that it's more than one way to skin a cat. So we're both involved with lots of other writing groups and taking up the challenges of prompts and submission prompts that are out there from publishers. So we share them within our group, we share them with each other. So we just send our work off to those that are calling out for, we want unrepresented voices. And so then please send us your short story, please send us this and that and the other. And we've both been doing that actively.
Yeah, I mean, I've sent over 70 submissions.
Wow.
And 70, maybe 80, and they've all got back to me, which is really nice, and saying it's not really quite what we're looking for, but keep pushing and keep doing this. And if you've got anything else, let us know. And I am writing another book at the moment, but I'm not going to go into that.
Cards close to your chest.
Yeah,
But-
that's right.
But that is a very encouraging thing because I
It
know
is.
I've sent off, I mean, I've probably only done it 3 times. I've sent off a manuscript of my poem and I haven't had nothing back.
No, but you have
Really.
to.
So
yeah.
I think the fact that you're even getting a response
Oh,
is a really good thing.
But they read the book. They read like a chapter or 2 or 3 chapters, and they know that I'm a writer. But maybe that just wasn't their stuff, or maybe I started the book wrong. So now I've rewritten. I haven't rewritten the book, but I've moved it around. I've edited it really good. So now it starts in a different way. So maybe when they read it, think, oh yeah, and that's how it goes. But there are black writers out there, and there are people that are interested in black writers. We just have to catch that.
How much of you is in your writing?
All of me. Every single last part of me.
She's all in there.
Yeah.
What about
She's
you,
all
sis?
in.
You
Everything.
in your dirty sink jar
Yeah.
and all
Yeah,
that and
hello.
things?
Yeah. 'Cause-
Well, there's quite a bit of me in it, and I'm used to. I've been collecting the stories in my head for ages, and so it was just a lovely opportunity to be able to have my voice out there.
Well, people, look, we're going to come more or less to the end of the show now. But before we do that, there's a couple of things. We need to get your social media handles. I'm going to reiterate, we are looking for an agent to get these books published.
Yes.
That's out there.
Our manuscripts published. Yeah. So thank you if you're out there.
Yeah.
We're ready to come in. We're in London. We're
And how
London
can people
based.
get hold of you? Like, also, like, get your music, whatever else.
Well, they can go to our link trees. So if you know Linktree, it is, and it's in the front of the book, which is available on Amazon. And look for 2 Brown Owls. We're the only ones that are going to come up on that, and so you can find us there. And our Instagram is Strada Street Fashion, STRADA Fashion on Instagram, and mine is Porto PORTO Novella NOVELLA on Instagram.
Wow, that was good.
So you two, thank you so much for giving up your Saturday and spending it with us at Feferity Radio.
Fantastic! Thanks for having us.
Lovely to see you in South London because I'm used to seeing you Ponder Road in the ends.
Yeah,
You know?
in the ends, in the ends.
Yeah, thank you so much,
I just
Isis.
hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday, and
Yeah.
sister Jaqi,
Yes.
that you're going to celebrate your Earth Strong big
Yes.
time.
Yes.
And let's play out with this track that you chose, sis,
Yeah.
Jaqi, which is
It's called Natural Collie by Freddie McGregor, and I want to dedicate it to the late great Benjamin Zephaniah.
Yeah.
Give thanks. Have a blessed Saturday, ladies.
Thank you
and
very much.
let's play us out.
Bye everyone.
Rap, rap.
And I get all of you
I love
together.
this tune so much.